Hi and welcome to the craft station. I'm Lisa behind the camera and this is my miniature house Soho time build series.
Oh boy!
Hi and welcome back to my build series. This is the last episode and we're going to finish up making all the bits and pieces. So today I'm going to be starting off with the pen pot and then we'll be making the pens and pencils that you can see here. And then once I've done that, all we have left to do are the actual plants here. So a lot to do in this video, so we'll crack on. Okay, so as you can see here, I have glued these down now as per the instructions here. So once that's dry, sorry about that, once that's dry, I need to then roll it in such a way to make it look like the cup slash pen pot. So while that's drying, I have cut out all the parts needed for the pens and pencils. So I'm going to have a go at getting this sorted, starting off with the black pen here. And it's basically just a 20mm piece of the black wire. So I do have plenty of spare if this all goes wrong, but we'll give it a go. There we go. Not sure if you can see that properly. It's got like a little nib on the end and a little hook. Like that. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. There we go. No, it's not going to focus. But yes. So one down, 6 more to go. Okay, so that's all the pens now made. I popped them on a piece of white tissue so you can perhaps see them a bit better. But that's the pencil. It's really simple. It's basically the end of a toothpick, and there was a piece of blue paper that you attach to it, and then just with a Sharpie pen you just colour in the end of it and it looks like a little pencil. Pretty cool. And then the pens, same as the black, just a case of trimming off the ends and folding it down. The difference is these just have, again, a piece of paper to give them some colour. So all that's left to do now is this ruler here, which the instructions are on a different page. But we'll go back to the pen pot. Just give me a second. And try and get that finished. So again, it's just a case like, get it into the camera like here. Like I say, we've got to roll it in a cup shape and glue it and the bottom to it as well first. Now we have got a dotted line just here, so you've got a guide to where to actually glue it to. So I'll pop a bit of glue on here and we'll get it stuck down. The little pot is all finished. We've got to try and pop the base, which is this little piece here. Very fiddly, as you can see. It shows you and makes it look so simple that you pop it in through the top and it'll be like that. I can tell you now, it's not as easy as it looks on the picture. So I'm going to pop, probably be the easiest to actually put the glue inside the pot rather than on the little pieces. Oh, it's gone a bit lumpy. So just dab a bit on the end. As with everything else, if there's any excess, we can always wipe it off once everything's in place. Plus it does actually dry clear as well, so that's a bonus. Okay, so let's give this a whirl, see how we get on. So we just gently pop it in like that, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see, it slides, twists itself. So to gently try and pop it back. Now it's come all the way through now. So yeah, like I say, not as easy as it looks.
A few moments later.
Okay, this is probably as good as I am going to get it, so I will leave that to dry and hopefully it won't pop itself out. So while that's drying, we have this little piece here, and that shape there is going to become a ruler. That's what the tin foil here is for. Now this tin foil has a sticky back, so I'm just basically going to peel some of this back. And there's our little ruler ready to go in the pot when it's finished. So hopefully that's dry enough. What I need to do now is the final touch is this little circle here goes around the top of the pot like so, which again is going to be another fiddly little thing. Had a few issues gluing this piece onto the top with PVA glue, so I went back to the trusty super glue and it's done the trick a lot better because it sets a lot quicker. You can just get it into position and it's not going to slide or anything. So and there we go, there's the pot all finished. So what I am going to do now is pop a spot of PVA glue in the bottom, and then I'm going to glue into place all the pens. And there we go. little pen pot ready to sit on the desk. Okay, so I've got all the bits I need now for making all the plants. So the first one we have is this little bead here, like so, and in that we have what looks like these. So I've basically cut off 2 or 3 little branches, and then they just literally get glued inside here. So there we go, I'm going to pop that there, and then as it dries it'll be in the right place. Okay, so that's that one all glued, and it needs to sit on top of the drawers here, so I'm going to glue that down like so, and just pop it over there so as it can dry and set. Next up we have this one here. It's a little glass jam jar there, like that, some paper leaves and a piece of green wire. So that's basically what we have here. So I needed to cut the wire into 2 lengths of 40mm and 1 30. And now I need to cut out these tiny little leaves here. Not sure if it'll focus. You can see how small they are. Okay, so as you can see here, I have cut out all the tiny little leaves. Now what we need to do is punch a hole in them. That's why they're on the sponge here. I start off using just a sewing pin and just find the center and give it a push just to make that hole. And yes, they do flirt all over the place, and then just rinse and repeat. So there we go. Now what we need to do is take the piece of wire that acts as the stem and very carefully push in through the hole as best as we can. Like I say, it's not the easiest because it's so tiny. You have to be careful you don't chew it up. So find the hole and gently give it a push to get it in. Doesn't matter if the wire bends a little as long as the bud goes on. So we'll get these put on the same. Leave it to dry, so I shall pop it. Here's the ones I made earlier, so I'll just pop it in with them to dry, and then we'll get them secured into the little vase. Okay, so as that one wasn't working, I've decided to use the little bit that's in this, as it's such a narrow little end, I might be able to get it right down to the bottom. So there we go. Looks like there's some, makes it look like there's a bit of water in the bottom. And then I'll just slide these back in, and then when that glue sets, they should then stay in place. As you can see here, I've made a start cutting the bits out for the next one, which is this one here. So I need that piece there, which I've cut out, and again that gets folded in half. We have this little piece here, which again gets folded in half, and I think that's the bottom of the box, so that sort of like gives it the rigidity. And then we have this piece here, which the leaves get attached to, and then obviously we have the leaves. I've made a start cutting them out. I've got the first one out, and then it's just a case of folding them over and gluing the two sides together like so, and then obviously we'll just trim off any excess. So all that's left to say is thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, and you'd like to follow the series, then please give me a like, click the subscribe and hit that notification bell. And until next time, stay safe, keep crafting, and bye for now.